Good afternoon, bakers. This is Thought Leadership Thursday. I am Lynn Carson, the CEO of BAKERpedia. In these sessions, we dig into thought leadership and leadership, pretty much. The thought leadership, especially that's worth taking notice, okay? So thought leadership, I hope that will change the way you work, that will help your supply chain, and will hopefully help you hack your growth. So today on Thought Leadership Thursday, we have Maurice Van Tongeren, the president of Ireks North America. So Ireks is a leading manufacturer of high quality malts for the world. With over 2,900 employees worldwide, Ireks is known for its high performing baking ingredients made from finest grains and highest quality raw ingredients. With continuity, competence, and partnership as their pillar, Ireks, a 160-year-old company, is set for growth with their emergence in the American market. Let's welcome Maurice. Hi, Maurice.
Hi, Lynn.
Maurice, a lot of American bakers don't know about Ireks Principles. So can you share with our audience, what does Ireks believe in?
Yeah, it's actually rather funny because Mr. Rookdeschel, the Ireks group states for Johann Rookdeschel and his sons in Kulmbach. Kulmbach is a city in Germany where he born and lived in. Before he started Ireks, he went to the US. So actually he was in the US before he started the company. So
wow.
We really have American roots. So I think that is a nice story. But yeah, our company is based really on three pillars. It's the continuity, competence, and partnership. And that is more or less our strong things. Continuity, we invest, we pay for everything ourselves. We believe that it's very important to do everything yourself. So in continuity, we have started tradition and progress that goes hand in hand, for example. So we make, for example, sourdoughs and malts. We make that according to the traditional way, how you make sourdoughs and malts, but in a very, very modern environment. Mm-hmm. We have created a plant that is completely robotized, where we, however, make ingredients that are there for aroma and taste. So for products that are there, that we have led us through all the years. So we never have abandoned the first vision of Ireks, that we always have to do, that we always have to look forward and have positive investment and good products.
So it is still a privately owned company, isn't it?
Yes.
By the owners.
Yes.
For
yes.
over
Mr.
150 years.
Mr. Rookdeschel is, I think, 6th generation.
Oh my!
And he's still there. Yes, so it's still a family-owned company, and I think that is also one of what sets us apart. I think we believe in doing everything ourselves. So we have our own mechanics, we have our own engineers, we have our own workers in the factory, we have our own technicians, electricians. Everybody has their own job, so that everybody feels that they are part of the company. So we don't have any outside people working here. We all do everything inside.
So basically, when you say about continuity, you mean like your workers work there for a long time? I mean, make sure the knowledge continues on?
I am here only for 18 years. And for in Ireks Live, that is not that long.
Really?
No, we start only celebrating at 25 years, and the second time to celebrate is at 40 years. So I have some time to go. So we are really a family-owned company, and I think that is also the good thing, that we really we feel everybody feels part of the family, and I think that is.
So we covered the continuity. What is the competence?
Okay. Competence. Well, as said, we do everything ourselves. We believe that everything is done. That we have to have everything in our own hands. That starts, for example, with the raw materials. We have a subsidiary that works together with the farmers, where we contract the grains, or the cultivation of the grains. So we work together with the farmers so that we know which grains the farmers are growing for us. So it starts already with the raw materials. So We are there. We want to know from the beginning until the end. We want to know everything. We want to have everything in our own control. So we work together with farmers. We have the most modern technology here. Just on that side, you can't see it from here, but from my office, you can see our the headquarters, where we have it's the most modern baking ingredients manufacturing site in the world. We have robots driving around here. We have everything is computer controlled, and everything is so secure. We can look for what we have a laboratory in our where we test our raw materials, and we can, for example, detect 1 gram of pesticides in 1 million tons. So that's 1 gram in 1 billion kilos in 1 trillion grams. So I think that is something that makes us really out of the ordinary. And that's what we say. 100% Ireks means 100% quality. And 100% quality means 100% safety for the customer.
Right. So when I think about competence, I think about reliability. I mean, what do you and your company do in terms of how can people rely on you? I mean, you must have some kind of, well-trained workforce, right?
Yes.
For us to say you're competent. So what in that aspect do you have?
Well, we have, as I said, we have 2,900 employees. Of that employees, for example, in our R&D department, we have more than 100 working only in R&D.
Wow.
And we have more than 500 people on the roads, and all of those people are master bakers or master technicians. So also there, if you have a problem, if you run into issues, for example, that you have issues with your with the raw materials, with the flour, for example, you can always call on us, and we will never let you stand in the rain. We will always make sure that we help you, and that we make sure that you can supply your customers the baked goods that you have promised them. We have a warehouse where we have pallet spaces for more than 18,000 pallets. That means, for example, if we see in times like these where we see crisis coming, where we then can then see if we need some raw materials, we can order in advance, so that we always have a continuity in the raw materials as well, so that we always make sure that we will never run out of product.
That's awesome. So with the third portion of your pillar, which is partnership, and we're talking about continuity, competence, and partnership as how you share your thought leadership. What do you do there with the partnership?
Well, for us, partnership is very, very important. We believe in together we are strong. That is our motto. We have two mottos: naturally the best. That's because we believe that everything should be natural. We have natural ingredients. And the second theme that we have is together we are strong. What we like to do is we would like to partner with the bakeries. We would like to identify what the needs are of the customers of the bakery, and then together create products that can be adapted to create money in principle for the baker, and so that he is seen as the competent partner. That comes with what's it called, marketing material, with new products, new technology, we are working together, for example, with some supermarkets where we have created a complete new line together with some machine manufacturers, so that they can create a complete new line of breads that we have identified that their customers would like to have. And it's one of the most successful launches that we have done.
Yeah, that's some huge undertaking to be able to work with a company and innovate with what they want in their new line of product and actually get it, to the market. Very few companies can do this because of talent, right? So it's interesting to see how much you have invested in talent and invested in an innovation process. I'm actually really interested in seeing more what you can do, as you come into the American market. Yes. So what offerings can American bakers actually look forward to from Ireks?
Well, we have, of course, the normal products like your muffin mixes, bread mixes, bread bases. donuts, all these kind of things we do as well. But I think our strong points, where we really stand out, where we really make a difference, is our aroma and taste products, so our malts and sourdoughs. We have products that, so for example, the malts, we have malts that give you color to the bread and a little bit of a taste, but we also have products that only give you a taste. I always compare it with, for example, I have something here. I don't know if you can see it, but this is our X70. It's a very dark malt.
It looks like coffee.
It is being made exactly as coffee. So
really?
We have here a roasting facility
okay.
where we roast the malt as you would normally roast the coffee. And it gives you a little bit of it gives a burnt taste, a little bit of a bitter taste to your product, and it gives a dark color. And if you are looking for a product that tastes original, that tastes, I would not say old-fashioned because that's the wrong word, but it tastes like
rustic.
Rustic. Yeah, there you go.
Rustic,
that is
pumpernickel kind.
Yes,
of
yes, correctly. And that is a taste that you can bring to your bread without having to go through the whole pumpernickel baking process. For example, it takes 16 hours. Yeah. So,
okay. So what I'm hearing is you're offering two kinds of malt, the diastatic and non-diastatic. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And then the non-diastatic one has a flavor profile of pretty much from the light to the dark, I guess. That's what I'm guessing. Yeah. And the diastatic one actually used in a dough, right?
Correctly.
To help with the machining and stuff like that. What would you recommend for bagel production? Like, it's just like there are a lot of bagel bakers in the US.
Yes. So that's a little bit depending. If you want to have a little bit of an elastic, if you want to mold it easier, I think diastatic mold will be good because it more or less chops the enzymes. I mean, who would better to ask for Dr. Lin? So I don't have to explain to you how it works, right?
You need to clip it.
Yeah, correctly. So I think a diastatic mold, but I think you can more or less see a diastatic mold is being added by 0.1, 0.2%. And then the molds that give you aroma and taste, so that gives you the color and gives you the taste to your product, that gives you the signature that you would like to have, that you add between 1 and 3%. So and that's a little bit depending on how you want to have it. And I think it really looks good on your decoration as well. If you would have, for example, a bagel, it says made with real malt here in Europe, and it's something that stands for quality. If you make something that is made with malt and sourdough, it's something like a quality statement.
Oh, okay. And you do offer like bread mixes as well, don't you? Like pumpernickel bread mix and all that.
For example, we have now we are launching in Active D. It's a product with vitamin D in it. That's your scoop at the moment. It's brand new. we're going to put it on the market very soon. What
is it going to do? Eat your bread and get vitamin D also?
For example, yeah. We have in Quebec, which is in Canada, where there's lots of bread eating people, where bread is really something that is being celebrated. We have Boucheron. It's a bread that is made with spelt, for example. Ireks is one of the worldwide leaders in spelt products.
Interesting.
And I think that is a trend that is coming to the US very soon.
Oh, I would love to see it if you can send me some.
I will.
We're talking about 100% spelt then?
Yes, for example.
Wow.
That's a little depending, but we have I think 30 or 40 products here. Spelt bread, spelt burgers, spelt hamburgers, white spelt.
I would like to see a line of that. If you could just send me some so I could bake it off, just to test it.
We will send you something.
So this is my biggest problem with spelt is the quality. Right? Yeah. I mean, one batch of spelt flour, it's going to be drastically different from the next batch of spelt flour. I mean, I don't know what's going on in the milling process or, the supply chain process, but I feel like if someone can promise me a consistent quality with spelt, then that's a really to me, that's very reassuring, right?
Yeah.
So what do you do on your
Uh,
side to really keep that quality consistent for spelt, right? It's a very tough grain to grow.
Yeah, the thing is, and I think that we come back to the philosophy of Ireks and our three pillars: continuity, competence, and partnership. When we work together with the farmers, and forgive me if I make a little bit of a mistake here. I mean, I'm the sales guy. I'm not the R&D person, but I think there were like 23 or 27 different types of spelt, and with only three of them you can make a real good bread. And our scientists here at Ireks have found out which three of them are the ones that we have to have. And
Oh,
because we work together with the farmers, we can really talk to them and say, okay, listen, we don't want to have a mixture of grains. We only want to have those three. And if you grow those three for the next 5 years in this quality, we will promise you that we buy everything from you for a certain price, which gives the farmer consistency, and it gives us consistency, and it gives you then the baker consistency, because we know exactly which grain we are growing, so we don't have to so look on the market. We know which grain we are going to have in the next 5 years. The
wow.
other thing that
So you
Ireks does as
actually go to
well.
the farmer and you're like, hey, Mr. Farmer, I want this spelt. Can you grow it for me at this much? And I'll buy it all from you.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I
So
like
that's
that.
yeah,
I think that partnership will guarantee a lot of consistent quality we see. I mean,
yeah.
if anything, I see that spelt bread is just really difficult to manufacture here in the U.S. Mainly because of the issue. I don't think I don't think a lot of people know too much about that. Like I don't think a lot of them know that that's only 3 varieties you can cultivate that has good bread baking, qualities. So with that, I hope you really, get enough traction from that, because I really do think that market is really underserviced right now.
Yeah.
So I hope you see lots of success. I really want to bake with it right now that you talk to.
We will
After you
send you
talk
something.
about it. So I've also heard that Ireks is known worldwide for its gluten-free products. Is
Yes.
that right? How do you do gluten-free? I mean, you have spelt, you have wheat in your plant. How do you do gluten-free?
We started, and it's a little bit my baby, so that's why I'm so proud of it.
Oh,
We
your
started,
baby. Okay. Let's hear about that. What's your story on that? Why do you push that?
We started, I think 10 years ago or 15 years ago, we had a bread that was more or less like a brick. If you didn't eat it, you could build a nice house out of it. And the story about gluten-free was that people said, well, if you're a celiac, you should be happy that there's something that is more or less that looks like bread. And really, because I'm also the managing director for the UK, and we saw that there was a lot of demand of gluten-free, especially in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that people were treated as second people, more as second class.
Yeah, the second class citizens of bread.
Yes,
here's your break.
Yeah, here's your break, correctly. And so what we said was really, let's try it. And we did again with the whole R&D patch that we have here behind us. We did a really good job, and we created a fantastic bread. And then we said, okay, well, if we can make a white bread, why don't we create a whole wheat bread? And from that, everything came from one after the other. And I think we have now more than 30 products. We have cakes, brownies, muffins, bread mixes, cake mixes. We have everything. The good thing in our production is that because everything is done by robots and we can do a complete wash down, what we normally do is we produce 24 hours a day. We stop on Saturday. On Saturday, we do a complete wash down of the facility. Everything has been cleaned. And then on Sunday, we start with something special. And in this case, it would be then gluten-free, for example. And then we start with gluten-free, and then we work our way to the normal production again. So first we start with gluten-free, egg-free, dairy-free, etc. Then we have gluten-free and dairy-free. Then we have gluten-free, and then we start with normal production again.
That's very versatile.
Yes.
That's so hard to do.
Yeah.
Like people don't understand how hard that is. That is extremely hard to be able to combine all the different diet constraints, onto a plant. So, for example, I can actually get a gluten-free bread, a gluten-free cake, a
Yeah.
gluten-free cookie from you.
Hold on, hold on. I have here the brochure, of course.
Oh,
We have a
that
bread
is so
mix. We have
neat.
a dark mix. There we go. You can see what we have.
Nice. Bagels too?
Yeah,
That's amazing. Look at
yeah.
that. Coffee
Ba-
cakes. Nice.
yeah, bagels, donuts, cheese balls, cornbread, soft buns, so you can make hamburgers, brioche, panettone. We have everything.
Oh, I want to
So
try the brioche one. Brioche
okay.
gluten-free. I gotta try that. You're telling me that's not a brick.
No, it's not a brick. It's very soft. Stay soft for at least
I
7 days
gotta
for
try that
sure.
one.
I will send you something over again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So America is very different from Germany. We all know
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
So what makes Ireks different from the rest of the bakery ingredient supply chain? That's a big question, right? So how would you approach
Yeah. Yeah. I think what makes us different is that we really are focusing on aroma and taste as our big pillars. And I think that is what we are doing since 1856. So we have done something right, correct? I mean, otherwise we couldn't survive. So, and yes, we could compete on lots of the normal mixes, but I think what we really are looking for and what we can offer the customers in America is this aroma, this taste, this signature product that I think everybody is looking for. Everybody knows what a white toast bread tastes like. So, but now if you, or a baguette, and we all know as well, if you go to a restaurant, the baguettes that you get, or when you are in a hotel, the breakfast baguettes, they are bar baked, and sometimes they don't taste that good. And now I think if you can just add, by adding 1 or 2%, so not adding lots of grains and lots of seeds, but just by adding 1 or 2% of malt and sourdough to your product, I think it makes such a difference that it can really makes you stand apart from your competition as well as a baker, and it makes you different. And I think that is something that Ireks can offer the bakers in America, that we can create together the signature product that I think the market is looking for at the moment.
So that American bakers, no clue how to use malt and sourdough. No clue.
Yeah.
Right. We're so good at making, straight dough white pan bread.
Yeah.
How would you make sure that we don't go wrong?
Well,
right.
Because we have, and I think that is a partnership and service. I'm a master baker, master confectioner myself. My team in North America is all master bakers, master confectioners. So what we do, we really go with everybody, with the team. We would go to the bakery and we would really show them how to work with it. It's easy actually. You just add 1 or 2% of the malt or sourdough to your dough. Mm-hmm. So once we have found out how it works, we can help you there. We can guide you. We can also, as we do now with modern technology, with FaceTime or with Zoom, right, or whatever it's called, we can help you there as well.
Yeah.
We are also absolutely, we can send you samples over. So we give you a number 0, which is just a white bread, and then we can show you different variations of our molds so that you can taste them and then you can try it for yourself.
Great. So yeah, I mean, that's nice and all. I mean, however, a lot of bakeries don't have extra resources to do R&D. Most bakeries run on operations, and most operation personnel don't know how to run an R&D. So it's good to know that you might have the resource to actually work at the plant level to help people, develop the product. And that's what I think about what a good partnership is, right?
Yeah.
So now that we have a better idea of what your products do, how can bakers obtain them? Who can they contact?
Well, if you just go to www.ireks.com or .ca or ireksusa.com, you will see our addresses. We have an office in Chicago, and we also have an office in Toronto. We have people in Vancouver, in Quebec. So wherever we are needed. We have people on standby in the US. So if you need us, we are at your bakery. Well, unfortunately, at the moment, it's a little bit difficult to travel. But
Right, because of COVID-19. Yeah.
as soon as hopefully this is over, we will be in your bakery in no time.
It's gonna be over.
Yes.
We have to hunker down for now.
Yeah.
But
flatten the curve, as they say, right?
Yeah. So since this is actually Thought Leadership Thursday, I would like you to share with others your number one tip for being a leader.
Trust on your team. I am an absolute team player, and I think that the team is there to be part. You're part of the team, and I think it's if the going gets tough, you have to stand in front of your team so that they don't get the beating. And if the sun is shining, it's you have to step in the shade so that they can get the sunshine. And I think that
sounds to me like servant leadership. It's just like, yeah, when things are hard, you're the one that gets the beating.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I think.
And then when things are better, then you team up there.
Yeah, I think that you always see the heroic colonel in the war movies that puts the first foot on the battlefield and the last foot off the battlefield.
Yep.
And I think that is, but I think trust the team. I think it's very important to trust your team and be part of the team. And I think that is don't make yourself more important than your team.
That's a really good advice. And let's wrap this up for Thought Leadership Thursday. Thank you for coming on, and I can't wait to see your products.
I will send them over soon.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.